Yo.
Yeah, let's bring it in. 1, 2, 3. Cancun! Yo, this is going to be an NBA playoff episode because, my oh my, are some people getting dusted out here. And I am loving every bit of it, man. As a Knicks fan, it brings me great joy to know that the Hawks are down 3-1. The Nets are down 3-0 and looking to get swept tonight. You got an amazing series between the Jazz and Mavericks popping off where, you know, we got to watch, like I said last week, we got to watch what happens with Brunson. We got to watch what happens with Donovan Mitchell. I know the Thunder are over there clambering their little greedy-ass hands with their 20-something picks, just waiting to see who they're going to trade for as well.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yo, there's a lot to talk about NBA playoff-wise, but for people who have never seen any of this, this is the Radical Souls Podcast. I'm Daniel.
Chris.
I'm Ethan, and if you haven't yet, stop the video and subscribe below. Like and comment after the video, too.
Word. If you got a comment, if we're talking about your team, let us know why we might be right or might be wrong. You know, like some Net fans might think we wrong, but your team sucks. I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is.
If you got any betting advice, I've been like 0-3 this whole playoff, so please give some advice down. We need to start winning money here.
Who knows? You may also be our next special guest too. So,
word. That could work too.
You feel me?
Ethan, Radical Social. What's good, my boy?
It's May. So it'll be a brand new month next month. I'm gonna be posting every week. I'm gonna probably start directing a little bit more on sneaker videos and sneaker reviews, but we're gonna have fun next month.
Word. So, guys, with that being said, let's get it.
Get it.
Would you guys like to start with the Brooklyn Nets, or do we start somewhere else? I mean, there's so much to talk about the Brooklyn Nets. It's up to y'all when y'all want to start talking about them.
Let's go ahead and start talking about them.
So they play tonight at about 4 hours from now, the time of this recording. And they're looking to get swept by Boston. And I'm loving every bit of it, honestly. I mean, granted, I hate the Boston Celtics, but watching what's going on with the Nets is just beautiful because as a Knicks fan, we know KD was supposed to come here. Then Kyrie said, nah, don't go over there, bro. Come over here, bro. Just come to Brooklyn. And KD said, all right, I guess. And they haven't done crap since then.
You sure haven't. So
me and Ethan were talking yesterday, Chris, and, you know, you were on your beautiful vacation. I didn't want to hit you up, so I wasn't sure what your plans were. But I was telling Ethan, like, yo, do we question KD's legacy if they get swept this round?
For sure, 100%. I no, without a doubt. I mean, you put together. I don't know, because their team, like, I don't know how you guys feel about it. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I mean, they have a decent team. KD is supposedly one of the greatest players. You know, you got Kyrie back full time, and you got arrested Kyrie. He didn't play all season. What's your excuse to go get swept first round?
They don't have Ben Simmons, bro. Come on. They haven't played together all year, bro. Come on.
You need Ben Simmons?
No, absolutely not. But you know that's the excuse.
Yeah, that is the excuse they're going to use. But no, you don't need him. So, yeah, I think it does. I think you don't put him in the – I don't know. Do you put him in the top 10 category after getting swept first round?
Bro, the only thing this man has done is won a chip with the Warriors, who went 73-9 and choked a 3-1 lead in the finals the year before. He went over there.
And I mean, if they didn't win at Golden State, like, it's kind of a given. It's kind of like, yo, like, that ass. Like, yeah, y'all had to win it. They had to. Like, with so many, I don't know.
Ethan's a Thunder fan, so he's been there, done that with Kevin Durant. Ethan, what is your take on Kevin Durant's legacy? Because I know me and you have talked about this for the longest, ever since KD decided he was going to be a free agent the first time.
OKC was his prime when he started because he made it to the finals. We just lost to the super team. But after that whole legacy just went downhill. Like, you joined the Warriors. They already had an established team. They already won a chip, so they didn't need KD. They just wanted KD. And now you go to Nets where you have Drummond, Kyrie, Steph Curry. You have a full team, yet you're still losing to the Celtics who are still young.
Yep. And, I mean, when you look at it and, like, the capacity of, like, the outside looking in, you kind of, like, see See, KD is like a bootleg LeBron. Like he tried to make the same moves, but none of them worked out for him. So, tell me if I'm wrong.
Nah, you're not at all, bro. I mean, like I said to Ethan that year when I really believed KD was coming to the Knicks, I was like, yo, if he wants to save his legacy, coming to the Knicks would help because all you have to do is win a round in New York, and they're gonna treat you like you won the damn chip. No one cares about the Brooklyn Nets, bro. Like, no one cares out here. They have no fans. The Celtics fans were outpowering the Nets fans in their home stadium, and you haven't done crap for the Nets.
Yeah, and I mean, like, not to cut you off, but, like, I see if he would have went to the Knicks, it would have been a Jimmy Butler Heat situation. Got a bunch of young guys, a veteran, and they're winning. You know, they have a good shot. You know, if you could put one, I don't know, maybe I'm seeing it in a different manner, but like if you could put one all-star under all them good rookies and good, you know, sophomore players, you could do something with them. You know, you could run the ball through KD, but you have a RJ Barrett on the side. You got a Mitch Robinson on the side. Like, you got Obi Toppin. Like, if you could run through those different things, you could have a successful, you know, little spurt like the Heat are. I mean,
or not, because they traded what they had for James Harden. They had Karis LeVert, they had Jared Allen, and they spit in their faces and said, yo, thank you, we're getting James Harden. And James Harden said, I ain't going to be here, like Magic Johnson said.
We called it, bro. Too many people want the ball in their hands. And then with Kyrie there, I mean, that's another person want the ball in his hands. So.
And then you have the Kyrie situation of him not playing full-time, and James Harden saw the writing on the wall. He said, yo, they not going to scapegoat me. I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Facts. 100%.
Going off a weird comparison, like the young players, like look at the Pelicans, like BI grown better. You put CJ in there, which is I guess kind of like a veteran act, and they're beating the Suns right now.
There's their other vet that's helping them out.
So you do that with KD, it would have been a much better team.
No. How do you guys feel about the Pelicans? Not to switch at all, but.
No. You can switch it up. I mean, there ain't nothing to talk about. Cancun on 3, 1, 2, 3, Cancun. If they don't get swept tonight, they're getting the bigs beaten off of them in Boston, and it's gonna be over. Like there ain't nothing else to talk about there. The most you can talk about the Nets is just criticizing everything wrong with that team, and we do not have the time for that.
It's crazy because we're talking about the Nets. We're not even talking about how good the Celtics are, which is funny. Like that's how everybody's talking about it lately.
Yeah.
It's because, bro, like
so much hype
look so bad. They were the favorites to win no matter what, even after the trade with James Harden. And the Celtics, Udoka is out coaching circles out of Steve Nash.
Thanks.
But we'll leave it there, man. I mean, they're probably going to get swept. We're going to be talking about them again anyways later. So, like Chris said, the Pelicans, bro. If I'm the Pelicans, I'm asking Zion Williamson, his agent, and his whole team, yo, if y'all want to get traded, let us know right now. Like, please let us know because we don't need you. Like, honestly. They're pulling it off without him. And CJ, like he said, that was a great addition mid-season. I know me and Ethan, when we did when me, you, and Ethan talked about it, Chris, like we all liked that move for them. And Valanciunas was a win-win move for the Grizzlies and the Pelicans, traded Steven Adams for Valanciunas.
Yep.
Herb Jones, a second-round pick, looking amazing.
Has proved himself, bro. That kid has been, like – I don't know. That kid's been nasty.
Grand Theft Alvarado from Brooklyn out here cooking Chris Paul with his signature move. He's been playing tough defense. Bro, they're making a culture change. It's like, yo, Zion, if you don't want to be here, get out. Like, we don't need you. We could trade you for we could trade you any team you want that's in the top 5. You get a pick. You go get Jabari Smith who could replace them at power forward and keep moving. I mean, maybe I'm bugging. I don't know if you guys want to chime in on that.
I feel you. The only not to cut you off, but like the only thing that kind of has the Pelicans like in a good position is depth. They have depth. They have the heads to everybody could play 20-some minutes. You know, you got a couple guys that'll touch 30, but you know the fact that everybody's playing at that. You know, you're not relying on one or two people. You're not relying on Brandon Ingram every night to score 30, 40 points. Like, you could pass the ball around and, you know, give it to anybody. That's something I've seen. And you're not relying on CJ McCollum either to do that. So.
I completely agree with Chris. I mean, both of you, like, you trade Zion out and maybe get, like, a point guard, like another power forward, because forcing him to get the ball, he's the number 1 pick. He's the number 1 off the ball when he comes back. So it's not going to be a good look. He's not like Ja that can just run the floor. He's going to want the ball way too much, and it's going to mess up everything.
Nah, yeah, especially because like Chris said, like CJ and Brandon Ingram don't really force the ball into their hands. Like they're scoring and they're averaging the most out of a duo in the first round, but that's really just because that's just how they get the looks. But they trust their teammates and they're moving the ball. They're not really isolation heavy, and it's working out beautifully for them, man. I think the Pelicans are definitely taking the right step. They can end up losing the next 2 games, and I think them just pulling off the 2 games against a team that was in the finals last year. Granted, they don't have Devin Booker right now, but they still got Chris Paul, and they still got all their other pieces that were there last year. And you're putting up a fight. That's perfect building block step for them.
Thanks.
We had the Nuggets surviving a sweep yesterday against the Warriors. I mean, Cancun on 3, 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
I really had the Nuggets. I had the Nuggets pulling it out, but I guess not. I guess, the Warriors are back in full motion. Andrew Wiggins is playing all right. Scrappy little Draymond Green. Jordan Poole, like you said. So they're looking like, the Warriors of a couple years ago. So let's see. I have faith in the Nuggets, but yeah, they're done.
I mean, if there's a team to pull it off, I do believe it's the Nuggets because they've been here, done that in the bubble. Granted, it was the bubble, but they did a back-to-back series. So I don't know. If you told me pick a team that might come back down 3-0, 3-1, I would probably pick the Nuggets out of all those teams right now.
They needed MPJ and Murray, and it would have been a lot better if they had both of them on the team. But Jokic can't do it all. Yeah,
no, and neither can Aaron Gordon. I'm sorry. So
Aaron Gordon has just been a weird player since Orlando. Like you really don't know what you're gonna get from him. He could be like this all-around player that you're like, wow, bro. He's passing, he's shooting, he's dunking on people's head, he's rebounding, he's playing great defense, and the next game is like, oh, word, 5 points, 3 assists, a rebound. Great job, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
Another team that I'm loving to watch get smoked, like I'm talking smoked, the Atlanta Hawks, bro. Oh, my God, the joy it brings me. I hate Miami because Pat Riley's running that organization, and that could have been the Knicks, but, yo, the way they are putting Trae Young in jail is insane.
Thanks. Completely agree. So
I forgot.
He's still. Go ahead.
I just forgot.
No, go ahead.
Which of the two said the Miami Heat are going to the finals? I know someone said near. Oh, okay. I was like, I knew someone had them as favorites.
I said Warriors Heat like a month ago when we first talked about it.
He did. But I mean, I'm very ecstatic in the way they've clamped down on Trae Young. Bro. I don't even think he had 10 points last game.
He had 9. Kevin Knox came in for 4 minutes and had more points than him yesterday.
Look at that. So, yeah, I mean, what else does – I guess you could say the Hawks got players, they got assets, but I don't think, like, if Trae Young isn't running over, like, doing his thing, I don't think, like, John Collins is going to come out of nowhere and score 30 points. Like,
the main problem with Trae Young is, bro, he gives you 40 and gives up 60. Like, this dude has, like, out of everybody in the NBA, this dude literally has no defense. If you watch Trae Young carefully, I don't even think he knows how to get in a defensive stance. You feel me? Like, get low and get the – yo, I've never seen Trae Young get in a defensive stance, bro. This whole series.
Funny.
And I'm like, wow, I never really paid attention to that. Like, this dude really has no – he's the pure definition of no defense.
Yeah, facts. Which, I mean, looking on the other side of the ball, I mean, the Heat just all around look good, bro. Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker even looks good. Bam Adebayo looks good, bro. I mean, even some of the guys that you don't know look good. Like a lot of their off the bench players. Yeah. So.
I mean, yo, they brought Oladipo yesterday, and Oladipo looked like he hasn't missed a beat. And, you know, Kyle Lowry's injured, and Oladipo might run the point and just keep carrying the Heat.
Yeah. So, I
Ethan,
like it.
Are we being too biased, Ethan, or we got a point here?
Well, I want to step back a little bit because you didn't notice Trae Young was bad defensively.
No. All right, look, I knew he was bad defensively. I just didn't know it was to that extent. Like I've seen him in the past. I'm like, oh yeah, this dude has no defense. But I'm like, I'm really looking ahead. I'm like, yo, this dude does not have a defensive stance. Like that is crazy to me.
It's bad. Like he's probably one of the worst defenders in the league right now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's one of. I think he is the worst defender in the league. Like it's not even. Like, people talk about Luka. At least Luka can give me, like, a little bit of a squat down. You feel me? Like, damn, son. Ice tray, more like wet paper bag. That nigga can't hold shit.
There's no bias. Don't worry. We're all rooting for the Heat here.
All right. Yo, Milwaukee beating the Bulls. I told you. Ethan, I told you what was going to happen on this year. Yo, Chris, so, we were talking about this on Friday when you wasn't here. And not Friday, Thursday. And I told Ethan, yo, let the Bucks readjust because they lost Middleton to an injury. They just got to get things going. Ethan was like, nah, they'll be all right. The Bulls still got talent. They'll pull it off. I'm like, yo, I don't know. And the Bulls got the fucking brakes beaten off of them yesterday.
Yo. And not even yesterday, the game before too. Like they've been getting smoked, bro. They've just been getting manhandled all game. Like not even a back and forth kind of like At least you saw it a little bit with the Nets where they were playing back and forth, some lead changes. It was like one game that was good or two, but nah, the Bulls haven't played other than that one game. Like,
and even then, Middleton went down with an injury in that game. So I'm like, I didn't look at it as much. I'm like, okay, he got hurt. They probably had a game plan. They scrambled. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah. So
the Bulls are trash, bro. I've been telling y'all all year.
And I mean,
believe the Bulls.
You got DeMar DeRozan like more than 38, 39 minutes a game. Like you're pushing 40 every game. Like, you can't squeeze the orange that much. You know what I'm saying? Like only so much juice is gonna come out. So,
I mean, I do believe it has to do a lot with Lonzo Ball not being there. And, that's why I like Lonzo for the Knicks. We see the impact he can have offensively and defensively. And we also see his health status is never the greatest ever since he's been a rookie. So, the Bulls are probably going to have to go out and get a point guard for backup duties that can also start in case Lonzo's not there because they look like straight garbage juice right now.
And I mean, Alex Caruso is looking like Alex Caruso. I mean, he was good for where he was at, but like for him to be picking up a starting role, I don't know.
He's one of those people that you just use him for defense, and if he gets you scoring, great job. I appreciate you, homie. But you better not expect him to score 20 points a game. Like for that to happen, it's a blue moon night, or you're playing the Pistons.
Facts.
So Bulls, Cancun on 3, 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
It ain't gonna work in Cancun. They just need to go far away. They're so.
Oh man, they're vacationing in Wyoming. They need to reflect on how bad they've been.
Just pull a Kanye, just go to a ranch.
Yeah, go to a ranch, reflect.
And then you got the Philly and Toronto playing. I said the Phillies. Philadelphia 76ers playing the Toronto Raptors tonight. Cancun on 3, 1, 2, 3, Cancun. No Fred VanVleet. Scotty Barnes is playing on one leg. Chalk it up. I mean, granted, Joel Embiid's playing injured with that torn ligament in his right thumb, but
I mean, they were happy to even get one. So
listen, yeah, they got the one. Cherish that one. But Cancun on 3. Yo, the East is terrible. And then in the West, you got, the 3 series tied 2-2 in the West. Like, Philly to Philly. Oh, my God. Why I keep saying the Philly? I literally saw the 76ers thing. Again, FPHI, because the game last night. So, they got the Suns and Pelicans 2-2. Dallas and Utah 2-2. Dallas and Utah play tonight. And you got the Memphis Grizzlies and Minnesota who play tomorrow. And that's probably been the best series without a doubt.
Did you see old girl get tackled, though, last night?
Yeah, yo. They got to sign her. They got to find her and sign her. I need the Jets to get her off the edge.
Yeah, facts. She split through the O-line like nothing, bro.
And
She
then
was
the
there.
security guard, yo, signed him up for linebacker for me, yo. That dude tackled the dog crap out of it. I was like, oh!
That was hilarious. But yeah, no, good games all around. I'm really excited to see that Pelicans Suns game tomorrow.
Yo,
I
there was
really want to watch
so
that.
much crap being talked last night between both teams. And I know, like, between that series and pretty much all the series in the West except the Warriors series, like, those 3 series are going to be crazy, man. And it's so exciting to see this type of basketball when you don't have a team linked to it because you don't have to deal with anxiety and watch your team be disappointing.
Yeah, and you don't have to watch LeBron James either. That's always a good thing, watching the playoffs without LeBron James. I mean, got nothing against him, but it's good to see other teams play.
50-50, man, because I know it's coming to an end, and I just want to see this dude, like, the last few times. And, you know, like, come on, Chris, you know he's going to retire soon. And you're going to miss LeBron when he retires. You're going to be like, damn, bro, I can't see LeBron playing in a playoff series no more. Like, that's it. Like, he's done. Nah, you've seen enough. It's been 20 years. He good? Oh, but for Tom Brady, you're not good, right? Tom Brady can play 20, 30 years, and everybody's like, come back. It's the same thing, man. I don't want to hear it. And he's won more chips than LeBron, and people complain.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see this type of basketball. So.
Yeah, and look at the common denominator. All of these teams are young that are pulling it off, man. Like even the Warriors have a young core that's just like, yo, why? Like, why did they have a young core? They don't need it.
Facts.
It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting to say the least. Let me end on this, right? So Jalen Brunson, right? Because I'm looking at this series. They're saying he's gonna get anywhere from 20 to 25 mil a year. Ethan, if you needed a point guard, would you go with Jalen Brunson?
Hell no. There's no way I'm paying that man 25 mil. The offer for the Mavs was 4 years, 44 mil, but they never offered it to him. And that's where you're supposed to be before the playoffs. But now people are seeing this playoff series and they're like, he deserves more. But no, I'm not paying him that much.
Do you think that me and Chris should be happy if we see the Knicks sign him for that much?
No. That's another Tim Hardaway contract that you do not want.
You see, this is why we get along. This is why we have these conversations. Chris, you were shaking your head. Yes, no. You had a nice roller coaster of emotion right now. What's your take on Jalen Brunson, bro?
I completely agree with Ethan. That would be a big mistake. So no, let's not do that.
Because a lot of Knicks fans were high on Jalen Brunson. I know me and you were crazy about him a few months back. If it was like for the right price, now that I'm seeing 20, 25 mil, I'm like, yeah, let's bring back Mitchell Robinson for 17, 18 mil a year. It's a little more feasible than 20 to 25 mil. I mean, he's doing it without Luka though. No.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it without Luka.
I wouldn't say doing it. Surviving without Luka. Okay. The difference.
You aim for Donovan Mitchell. The whole offseason, I would just aim for Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. So.
Word. Just food for thought. But, we'll leave it out there, man. I can't wait to see the Nets get swept tonight.
Okay. How you guys feeling baseball so far? I not to switch it up, but.
No, we could end on baseball, man. Yankees had a big sweep this weekend of the Cleveland Guardians. People could talk crap and be like, yo, the Guardians, they had the best hitting in baseball right now. And the Yankees are able to pull off that sweep. And, it's going to be a nice roller coaster of emotions, I could tell, for the season. They were able to hit this weekend. They looked really good. But during the week, they couldn't hit to save their lives. And this is going to be the season. We just got to accept it. And
I mean, we called it. AL East. It's Blue Jays, Yankees, Rays. And then Red Sox are somewhere in the middle, under 500, and the Orioles are sucking as usual. I mean, in the National League, we called it Mets. I think they got the best record in the National League, if I'm not mistaken.
They might have the best record in baseball still.
Best record, yeah, there you go. So, good predictions on our end so far, even though it's only been 2-3 weeks. But, good so far.
The only surprise is Atlanta Braves for me. They're under 500. I'm surprised.
I mean, they started bad last year. They just got hot at the right time, bro. and they made some trades that were big. They lost Jorge Soler, who was a big piece of that championship team. They let go of Freddie Freeman. You have Matt Olson going from the American League to National League. You know what they say about that situation where there's like an adjustment period when you're switching from AL to NL. You still don't have Ronald Acuna. You're still waiting on him. He actually played his first game in the minors. Yeah, I think it was the day before. So Saturday, I think he showed him in the minors. And Ozzy Albies, their second baseman, somebody that always starts mad slow. I had him in fantasy twice, and he starts off so slow and just heats up out of nowhere. So I wouldn't count out the Braves, but it's definitely good that the Mets are getting a nice little head start because it's going to be crazy, man. Especially if especially if Jacob deGrom doesn't get healthy anytime soon, or Tawan Walker, you're just relying on Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
And your bullpen is a 2-pack of ass.
Fair enough.
But like I said, you remember I said it early. The Mets are one of my dark horse teams for the NL. I think they could literally just come out of this as one of the best teams. The only team that's going to give them problems, I think, would be the Dodgers, just because it's the Dodgers. But even then, I think the Mets can still compete pretty well, depending on their bullpen by then.
Yeah, I mean, Mets got a lot of underrated players too. I mean, they could break out, the Starlin Martes of the world, So, let's see.
Word. Why in the hell does Joey Gallo still play, bro? This dude is batting like 120.
Because he's Joey Gallo, right? And there's a possibility he could hit it out the park. It's only reason.
Analytics and sports, man. You got to love it.
And, I mean, it's better that he's getting his – because it happens with every, slugger like that. Like, they get their cold streak. Like, we see it every year with every, guy that hits, 30-plus home runs. He goes to, a month span where he just is dog shit. So, it's good that it happens now, in the beginning. And, we can hopefully get that off the shoulder for the rest of the season.
That's the word that concerns me, hopefully. Because this is what they said last year. And my man's finished batting 190 or 200. It was horrible.
Let's see. All right. I got faith in him.
The boos are getting loud, bro. They're booing this man at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. Well, what is he batting now?
Oh, it's 120. I'll double check right now. But any closing statements? I don't know if you want to talk about trash Yankee fans with us throwing shit on the field.
I peeped that. That was kind of tragic until your players started coming out on the field protecting the Cleveland players. But that was pretty bad.
Damn, he's batting 146.
Bro, granted, it's because I think he had a hit in last game, bro. He only has 7 hits and 48 at bats.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. With 1 RBI. All right. Okay. Yeah, that is bad. All right. So, yeah, cold streak. Those happen. And I mean, let's see his average. Yeah, his batting average isn't the best ever. I think his best batting average is 253.
How many years ago was that?
2019.
And when did they start introducing heavily that year on him? The shift. And what are they still doing to this day? The shift. And can he hit out of it? Hell no. Can he bunt? Absolutely not. Gun to my head and they tell me Joey Gallo needs to bunt. I'm pulling the trigger myself. I'm good. Yeah, I'm doing it on my team. But let's end on this. Let's really end on this note, right? So I brought up the thing to Ethan about the fans throwing stuff on the field. Granted, I'm not saying that they should have done this because that's trash. That's trash fandom right there. But I'm a little upset because no one wants to talk about Straw climbing the fence in left field to argue with a fan literally in the bleachers. He literally climbed up the fence and started yelling up the bleachers to somebody. And then his boy that was getting crap thrown at him in right field came over and started talking crap too. So, I mean, granted, like I said, they shouldn't be throwing stuff at them. That's OD. But let's talk about the full context, cause and effect. It wasn't just the Yankee fans just being trash, just, we won a game, F you, here's a bottle, here's a can. Nah, there was something there. those people are still garbage. It should never go back to Yankee Stadium. Don't get me wrong. Like that's OD. But I want full context out here. Don't do us like that.
I mean, it could be another malice to the palace. Like they could have just went on the field and started punching fans. It's cool.
The homie's lucky that he didn't climb the fence and somebody just get out, homie, and just punched him in the face and he fell down into the field. Like it could have been bad. So that's the part I look at. But me and Chris are good Yankee fans. We might talk about crap, but we're not throwing stuff at least.
Yeah.
But guys, we'll end it there. We'll be back. God knows when. We're going to be talking behind the scenes to see what we're doing about the draft because, like I said, there's so many rumors going around the NFL draft that I don't even think I want to talk about the NFL draft beforehand because it's going to hurt our brains if we try to sit here and do it. And we're going to update during that show, seeing the rumors, and we're like, well, scratch that. Especially because all the teams need so many things in the top 10. It's insane.
Yeah. Kind of unsure because you if you look at your own teams like mock draft from different analysts, they're all different. So, like Dan said, I'm not trying to get into it because I don't want to get a headache.
Yeah, if anything, we'll come back Friday like our old days and just discuss what we saw on Thursday night, or maybe record something Thursday night. Who knows? We'll see. I mean, it really depends.
Live reactions.
We could do live reactions as well. I mean, we just got to see, man. But we'll leave it there. Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cancun. Guys, it's been real. Peace.